All right, I felt compelled to make this video mostly because I'm interested. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to turn off all my lines, my drawings, I should say. That's something I do to save drawings. All right, so what I wanted to look at real quick is how to, so basically Harami candle patterns. What is it and how can you spot it? Right, and that's really what I want to cover. So if this is way beneath you or basic, feel free to jump off because yeah. Let's see. All right, so we have here understanding a bullish Harami. A bullish Harami is a candlestick chart indicator suggesting that a bearish trend may be coming to an end. Some investors may look at a bullish Harami as a good sign that they should enter a long position. Blah. All right, whatever. So this is a bullish Harami, and all I want to do is zoom. All right. Highest price, opening price. Stop, close, lower. Yeah, okay, this is what. All right, so this is what it looks like, right? This guy right here. So what I'm want. Oh, I know what's gonna happen. So what I'm looking for is at the bottom, right? Just to identify this stuff at the bottom, right? Do we see any of these guys? And do we see different variations of them? And do some variations work better than others? Right. So let's keep it real basic. Let's just say that after this wick happened, right? Anytime above this area, we're looking for bullish Harami. Just to this, we're making a low here, we're making a low here. This is a higher low, right? But we're still a type of low. So I'm just looking, right, for these bullish Haramis. So I mean, on this initial impulse, this strikes my attention. I know we're using this wick and we're moving forward, but this isn't. It's striking, but not sure if that's how. I mean, can you have consolidation after it? You know, I'd have to actually read this entire article. So, give me 1 second. All right, so it serves to predict an upcoming reversal. So, doesn't necessarily mean reversal. It means it predicts an upcoming reversal. So I think the most picture perfect example, right? So here we don't have it, right? And just to put this picture back, if it lets me here, yep. So it has to look sort of like this, right? You got bearish candle, bullish candle. So bearish candle, bullish candle, and you see that long wick, right? And then we read this, and then so it predicts an upcoming reversal. And here we don't quite have that because this candle high closed above the body, right? And it's not a small candle. So I mean, this was not perfect at all, or it might not even be, but open to interpretation. This is a different sign, but not what we're looking for. So looking for a low, so I made another, I mean, it's a higher low. Over here I came, I'm making a low, right, relative to what we're doing here. And this looks very much like a bullish Harami. I mean, it's not textbook, but yeah. So here we do that, and we do a little shot, then we hold. Again, if you're considering picture perfect, these aren't it. But if you're looking at purely the body staying inside of the candle, you have some examples that are better than others, right? So it looks just like that. I can't zoom. Yep, so I'm not seeing anything else. Now let me go look at other lows. So we had a low here. Again, it's open to interpretation. However, if it's the pure one, right, the exact replica of what we're looking for, haven't found one yet. But here you made a low, couldn't break the low, couldn't break the low, and then you get this pattern here. Is it precise to this? No. But look, here you got that formation and you had to push up to this high. Here you got the formation and you broke the high and targeted this high. So just showing you where you could look for these. So here we broke the high, low, and then what do you have here? Right? It's not exact, but you're seeing the same formation right there, and then the little one right there, right? I read it originally Harami. It's a weird description, but basically it was to picture it as a pregnant woman. I was like, okay, sure. And they were saying this is the woman, this is the baby. I'm like, oh, all right, sure, whatever. I don't know if that helps, but that is how I originally read it. I believe that was in the Candlestick Bible. So let me see here. Coming to a low here. We don't have this on what we're looking for. But you do have some, I mean, we have examples of it. So not perfect, but they are examples. So let's see here. We had one. Let me turn this down a bit. Over here we had another one. And then we came over here. We had another one right here. Again, not perfect, but it's there. And nothing that I can see here. I mean, technically, you have this right here. And you did get a push off. It's not a fully fledged reversal like that, but I mean, I'm just going to try to identify these. And then go from there. I mean, here you have another one kind of. It's another look-alike. I'm also trying to find an example of where it doesn't work. And something I have not looked for yet is an inverse Harami. And that would basically be the inverse. So where you got this candle like this, right? So this little piece would then be on top, but instead it would be like this. So you have a bullish candle, then you have a bearish candle, right? And so this is an inverse. Let's just say it is. We'll try to spot some of these as well. Oh, geez, I got to change the whole color. All right, not that bad. So we have a high. So here, nothing. Here we're looking for a high. Then you have this. Again, is it picture perfect? No, but it's interesting to look at. It also goes hand in hand with something that I look at, the 3 taps, but I'm not going to talk about that right now. This is not, I mean, actually, it's not horrible. That is one, right? So you have bullish, small, bearish, bullish, small, bearish. I mean, it also, if these are it, right, it's nothing to say, hey, when you see this, it's going to go X amount of points or it's going to go whatever, but it's giving you an indication of, if you think about it from a rational perspective, it's giving you an indication of basically you have, bulls are in control, bulls are in control, bulls are in control. Hey, wait a second, now there's some weakening going on and we're undecided. We have wicks on both sides, right? So either way, it's a pause. And then you use your best judgment as to, you know, do you want to take that as a sign to short there, or just as a sign to maybe observe what the next candle does, right? Always goes back to the same thing. Nothing. Price action is a tool, right? It's something you use to identify specific aspects of how price is behaving, but not necessarily to say every time I see this, I'm going to do that. You could do that, and then you can test that on your own and see how that works as far as win rate or whatnot. But anywho, giving an idea. So see, like here, we didn't get it, but we had that push, fine. But we also have another type of signal there that it's not what we're looking for. However, here, we did have it, right? So you have bullish, bearish, and then continuation. There's various ways to look at this as far as if you're going to take it or not. That's for another video on risk and reward. So let me see here. So this is a good example of a high. Well, it's not. Well, at the before we had the future, we did have this, right? So if you just took it playing out on the situation of, hey, this is playing out, right? So on this one specifically, right here, you would have gotten a stop. Let's just say you shorted right here, right on the next candle. So this candle closes, you're like, oh, okay, that looks like a bearish Harami. I'm gonna short here with a stop above. Well, I mean, you kind of got a little profit, then you didn't, and you eventually got stopped out. Now, again, many different aspects on where you can decide on, hey, you know, I got short here, price attempted it, came back, almost took me out. Here it shows signs of strengthening. Here we're not closing below. So you just look at price and you can say, well, how long do you want to hold this position, right? If we're going by what we see historically, you can just get for quick reference, right? So like, let's just call this bearish Harami, bearish Harami, bearish Harami. I mean, I would like a bigger body, but whatever it is, what it is, bearish Harami. Let's just say that's the case. 1, 2, 3, 4 out of so 4 out of 5 times it worked, right? Where you could just short, stop above, and go. But also to note is that how did it go about dropping in what period of after how many candles, right? So in this example, right, well, let's use this. Start over here. Here, let's say you shorted, next candle went in your favor, and then it continued, right? To where? Well, I mean, I can tell you where, but my point is to an extent. And it's identifiable. It's not just a random extent. Over here, right, same thing, next candle. So what I'm trying to say is in this situation, right, if you're in this short, okay, and price expands, but you see that it does close above like this, well, it's at your discretion what you want to do. But if you're going based off historicals, right, and you're looking at what price has done, then why not just say, hey, look, I got into a short, I have a stop. I did not get stopped out on this one. Almost got stopped out on that one. And as soon as you go like this and you see that surge, if you're lucky enough to get this, I mean, try to capture some profit or get out, because what you're seeing is that historically it leads to, right, it just the following candle after this is the one that will then continue in that direction, close below that wick, and keep going to a certain spot. And let's just quickly identify here some others. I got distracted by the so I'll just stick to the bearish ones. But look right here, you have a bullish one, right? So we said bear candle. This is closing a little outside the body, but I mean, it's the cousin of the Harami. I don't know. This is not one. Trying to see here. We don't have any bearish ones. No bearish ones. I mean, what time is this? 9:30. Yeah. I don't know if you would qualify this. I mean, if we're getting rid of wicks, then this definitely is that, right? A bearish one, but it's ugly. It's another thing too, right? It's at your discretion that the ones you see, how they look, are you gonna take them, right? So in this case, I don't know. It's an evening star, but we're not talking about those right now. So you get the idea. You can just keep looking for these. Look right here, you have one, right? And then it goes down. Instance like here, look, body, smaller body, right? So bull, smaller bear, and then we got to push down. So anywho, you get the idea. This is the Harami, the bearish and bullish Harami candle patterns, right? You had your bullish and you had your bearish. And that's what it is. Hope the video helped out. I was curious, just check this out, see how often it occurs, and clarify for anybody that doesn't already understand how this works. It's pretty straightforward, but it's good to look at, right? It's good to have a reference. So, yeah, till the next time.